Hey guys, it's Jessica Huzzer here, and I thought I would do a quick little video tutorial on a couple of simple to make treats if you're doing a keto diet or you're just trying to clean up your diet and not eat so much sugar. Both of these are low sugar and high fat, which falls into a nice keto, and they're healthier than the real thing if you're trying to eat some healthy food. So I'm going to make these two, and it's going to be real quick. It'll take maybe 5 minutes. So first I'm going to make some peanut butter cups. So what I have here is I melted this. It's a quarter cup of coconut oil, which comes in, I have a big jar because I use it all the time. So it's solid. So you just have to melt it. It takes about 15 seconds. It does not have to be hot, just melted. And then you're going to need a quarter cup of a protein powder. You want to go for a low carb one, assuming that you're trying to stay a little keto, at chocolate. So I use Shakeology. If anyone's interested in that, I'll stick a link in the comments. And these packs happen to be a quarter cup. Most of the scoops happen to be a quarter of a cup that you get in the protein powder. So you're just mixing that up. Protein powder, coconut oil. So when you're choosing a protein powder, if you're staying keto, you want to choose one that has less than 10 grams of carbs and sugar in it, ideally. So if you have a favorite one though, use that. But try and keep with a lower carb variety. Both of these recipes that I'm going to make are vegan if you use a vegan protein powder. So if you're vegan, you can use these. All right. So I've just mixed that up. Look, chocolatey coconut goodness. And then I have 8 of these. And I am just going to cover the bottom of the cupcake molds. They're silicone. You want to use silicone so it doesn't stick. Even spraying the paper ones, it just doesn't work well. So get the silicone ones. They're environmentally friendly too, because you can just put them in the dishwasher and reuse them. So you're just going to put a layer on the bottom. You don't want to use all of your chocolate because you're going to use that again in the next step. So don't use up all of it. You just want a layer on the bottom so that you have a bottom to your peanut butter cup. And it's Halloween time right now, so this is perfect too if you are someone who has a hard time sticking with your diets when there's Halloween candy around, like me. So, it's just, let me tilt that so you can see, just a little in the bottom layer. And I'm gonna pop that in the fridge. It'll harden up in less than 5 minutes, or in the freezer, sorry, freezer. Right, and while that hardens up, I'm gonna do the next one. We're gonna make in chocolate hemp oatmeal. So this is gonna be like a cold oatmeal, except it's gonna use hemp seeds and chia seeds. So you'll get the fat from the hemp seeds and the chia seeds, and cut down on your carbs because you're not having the actual oats. So again, it's a quarter cup of your protein powder. I like to with this one, kind of use a fork and just break up the protein powder. Make sure there aren't chunks in it, because otherwise it doesn't seem to mix. You wind up with chunks in your oatmeal. So, and this is also really easy. I order all of this stuff, all of the ingredients off of Amazon because it's just easy to get them that way. So. Hemp hearts, a quarter cup. Chia seeds, a quarter cup. Everything's just a quarter cup. Oh, actually, I take that back. It's a half a cup of the hemp seeds, so hemp hearts. So let me add that. Sorry, it is a half a cup. Okay. And then you're going to get this coconut milk. unsweetened, full-fat coconut milk. Again, you're going for keto here, so you want the fat. This is a nice source of healthy fat. And it'll be separated because that's what full-fat milk does. It separates any kind. Cow's milk also, right? If it's not homogenized, which is what most of them are at the grocery store, but they'll separate too. So you've got your chia seeds, your coconut oil or your coconut milk, hemp seeds, and your protein powder. And there you go. That's all that you're going to do. You're just going to mix that up. And now this one, you want to put it in the refrigerator for at least 2 hours, and you can do it overnight. And that will, the chia seed, all the seeds will soak up the liquid, and so you'll have kind of an oatmeal consistency, and it's chocolatey goodness. If you want and you don't feel like your protein powder is sweet enough, you can add a couple drops of stevia into it. Again, that keeps the sugar low, keeps your carbs low, but so quick way to add a little sweetness if you want. Okay, so this is what it looks like pre-refrigerator. So it's pretty good, it's just not cold. I do prefer it cold, and it's kind of pudding-like at this point. It's perfectly safe to eat. And then just cover it up with some saran wrap, or I have this cool thing. These are really cool. They're little bowl covers, they're cloth, so I can just put them over a bowl. They're not meant to be for like weeks or multiple days, but if you're just doing something kind of quick and you don't waste all that plastic. So I'm popping this in the refrigerator, and I'm going to grab the cupcake, the peanut butter cups. So those have already hardened on the bottom. Ta-da! And you're going to get some peanut butter. Again, the no sugar kind, just the kind that says peanuts in it. Maybe salt. You can add salt. And you're going to put, it's not a half of a teaspoon. It's maybe a quarter of a teaspoon. You just want a little peanut butter in the middle there. But you don't want so much that your chocolate doesn't cover it. I mean, it'll taste fine. It'll just not look pretty. So I'm just putting a little blob in the middle. Of all 8 of these. So that looks something like that. See? And then I'm going to take the rest of my chocolate. Oh, look at that. My camera just tilted funny. And I give it a little stir because it does tend, the powder does tend to separate. So give it a little stir and just cover it on up. And then those will go back in the freezer. They'll take maybe a half hour to harden up, and you will have peanut butter cups. Now, because you use the coconut oil, there is a little bit of coconut taste to it. If you're not a fan of, you know, if you hate coconut, this won't work, but it's not horribly strong. So I'm just covering those all up. And I got a little left, so see where I need a little bit more. There you go. So they look like that. And I'm going to pop them in the freezer for a half hour or so, and they'll be ready. And when they're done, they will look like this. Look, they look like little peanut butter cups. This one I didn't get the peanut butter covered on the top, so. Yummy, yummy. These don't these will melt if you take them in the car or something, so don't take them in the car. So that's real quick what you can do with your protein powder, especially if you wind up with a surplus of it, and a way to stay keto and a way to be just a nice clean eating. So, and still get your sweets. The oatmeal makes a really good substitute for if you're craving ice cream. So highly recommend that. And then just another quick tip, if you are trying to go keto and you love your protein shake, you can add a teaspoon or two of this to it. It's MCT oil. It comes out of coconuts, so also vegan. And it's just oil, but it won't change the taste of your protein powder, so you'll get some extra fat in there. All right, so let me know if you try those out. I'll put the link for protein powder in the comments if you're interested in that. And otherwise, have a good day, and let me know if you try it and how you like it. Bye.